Hello friends, this is Bharanti Chatterjee. Welcome to the channel Skill Nation. Today we are going to discuss on a very professionally important topic, and that is formal communication skills. When I say formal communication skill, something is hitting up in your mind that is related to behavior mannerism. Let us understand more better so that the confusion about understanding of formal communication skill would be more clear in our minds by taking few examples. Now my first example is when we are talking with our boss and with a friend. Now when you are talking with the boss, you would say, "Good morning sir, how do you do sir? Yeah, right sir, may I sir, this, that." When you're talking to your friend, "Hi, how are you? What are you doing? Last night you had a terrible party dear. You didn't invite me. Very bad buddy." So there is a difference between the communication, utilization of words, sentences. So this is the difference between a formal. When you're talking to the boss, it's a formal communication. When you're talking to your friend, it's a informal communication. Let us take second example. That is the difference between formal and informal words we would understand. So I am going to explain it by utilizing may and can word. When we are at home, have you ever utilized saying this at home? "May I come in?" No, never. At home you will never use it. But when you have to enter the boss cabin, that time firstly you knock the door, then you will say, "May I come in sir?" Then you will be entitled by the boss and you will be entering. So the difference is of, see, mannerism, behavior is there. At office you are highly with a decorum, you are with a highly mannerism, so you are taking a permission. So may word is a mannerism word with which you take a permission. But in can, like at home you will say, "Can I take the mobile? Can I take the bike? Can I take the cold drink?" So can is a commanding word. So we use a can as an informal word, which is a commanding word, and may is a formal word. And the third example is very, very interesting, and I hope each one of you have experienced it. That is call center, customer care operation. Each one of you must have once in your life, or maybe many times, have called the customer care and had a talk. So there, when, let it be any reason, maybe insurance, maybe banking, maybe your mobile to must be, I would be very sure, then your electricity bill, then your water bill, anything for XYZ, any reasons, you must have called to call center. You would see how beautifully they attend to you. Total formal words, total formal sentences, not a word up and down they would speak. You might be a very informal person, you might be angry, you might be shouting at them, but they are be very cool. They will not lose their temper, and accordingly they are going to give you the reply. Totally, they are going to greet you properly, and when they are concluding, then they will say, "Have a nice day, have a good day." You must have seen that is a beautiful example of formal communication. Let us come to the fourth example. That is when we are doing documentation like contract or property paper. Everybody is having very much close affiliation for your house papers, isn't it? Property papers. So that is a very beautiful example of formal communication. Each and every, have you ever all of you have seen your property paper? If not, kindly read the entire paper and just see the language, how beautifully the language is been written, totally in a formal, to the point, totally legal language, whatever it's necessary, those many pages, that's it. It is a beautiful example of formal communication, written communication, I would say. Then we would take another example. Newspaper must be coming at your home, or maybe online newspaper, your electronic newspaper is saying, magazines are there, books are there, publication, further things are there, pamphlet or any kind of entrance exam things you are reading. Those are again totally beautifully examples of formal communication. Those such things which are been coming to your table. Before that, many times it has been proofread. then only it is being served to you. So this is another beautiful example of formal communication. I hope with these beautiful 4 examples of formal communication, now you must be having total crystal clear idea what is the difference between a formal communication and informal communication, and what is a formal communication. Friends, now let us understand professionally the formal communication skill. When I say formal communication skill, it means that the transfer of information, official information from one hierarchy to another. So if I take an example of managemental hierarchy, so we understand that officer, executive, assistant manager, manager, deputy manager, director, managing director, and so on. So this is the entire chain is there through which the information is being passed. We should now understand the features of formal communication skills. First, it is cold. Those who are an angry person, no business of anger. Please control your temper. That is very important. You have to be cool. Second, neutral. So formal communication is always neutral, non-biased. You can express your writing and speaking ability neutrally. Objective. It is a target-oriented communication where a target is there. For example, if a sales executive is reporting to his manager for his last month's sales report, he is only going to speak for the sales report, nothing else. It is controlled. It means you have a controlled communication. You would be using limited words to communicate. It is effortful. You are working hard in the organization. You are giving the result. But you have to communicate to the management. How you're going to do? You have to showcase yourself through writing and speaking formal communication. Utilize it to express your efforts. Then the next is, it is rational. What do you mean by rational? Rational means logical. For example, if you are in some meetings, you are conducting a meeting and you are the manager, you are giving a logic that this strategy should be followed. So you should give a logic for that. Clarity. It should be clear. So formal communication is always a clear form of mode of communication. It is having nothing like this where a kind of confusion would be created. Authority. You are having authority. Let it be an officer, let it be executive, let it be a manager, anything, but you are having authority. So you have to be very responsible while utilizing the formal communication skill as for your authority, because if you are misusing the formal communication, it can be problematic for your career. So be very careful about that thing. Friends, I hope you have understood professional formal communication skill in a very simplified manner. I have tried to explain you. I hope you must have liked it. If you like it, please like it, share it, and subscribe us.